Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Larry Connors, and I want to welcome you to this presentation that I'm doing in programming in Python for traders. We're going to spend the next 30 to 40 minutes together. We're going to go over programming in Python for traders, some of the advantages of doing that. We'll also look at a strategy along the way. I'll also be able to take any questions. I can see your questions here on a Q&A. I have a Q&A box that I can see your questions that will come in. What I'll do is any questions you ask along the way, I will answer them before we are wrapped up here. So before we get going here, just want to make sure the audio is good on your side. If you could please type in a Y or yes, just make sure you're good on your side. Okay, good. Okay, great. Everyone else good? If you could just say a couple more Y's or yeses, I just want to make sure. Yes, okay, good. All right. Now they're coming in. Great. Thank you, everyone. Everything that we look at here today is based upon simulated test results. It's not based upon actual trades, and there's no guarantees of future returns. So who here already programs in Python? Is anyone here already programming in Python? Could you type in a Y or yes if you do? Okay, good. Anyone here program on TradeStation? I assume there's a few of you here programming on TradeStation. If you could type in a Y or a yes. Okay. All right, a few more yeses than I expected. Good to see. Okay. Amy Broker, I assume there's Amy Broker coders there. Type in a Y or a yes if you're an Amy Broker. Okay. So interesting. More TradeStation people. Does anyone here not program yet, but would like to learn how? Could you type in a Y or a yes if you're not programming yet, but you would like to learn how? Okay, good. All right. Good to see. For those of you who just answered yes, just to let you know, you do not need any programming experience to come into this class. You will be up and running, especially for primer class, ahead of the class, you'll be up and running, and you will actually be programming by the second class. We guarantee that you'll be programming by the end of the third class, but Chris Cain, who teaches the course, has you up and running and programming by the second class, which is really good. So the objective of this webinar is to share with you why Python has become the hottest programming language of Wall Street. It's now being used by the biggest and the best quantitative trading firms in the world. What we're also going to do is teach you the benefits of Python and how it could make you a more successful trader. It allows you to build better trading strategies. You'll see that all the way through. So why is Python? Python is the programming language of choice by many of the biggest and best trading firms. If you're not already in Python, this is what you're missing. So the best trading firms in the world have the resources and capabilities to program in any language. We know this. I mean, they're large. In most cases, they're extremely profitable. They have the resources. They have the capabilities. They can do their testing on any platform there is out there. Okay. They also have another thing going in their favor. They have the ability to hire the best and smartest traders in the world. And when you take a look at who they're hiring, there's one major theme here. What they're doing is they're hiring traders with Python programming skills. And you only have to look at the professional job boards to see this. So we did a screen capture a while back, a few of the top firms who had job searches going on. And what you're going to see is that they're now all requiring the traders and the researchers to program in Python. And the reason why they're doing this is obviously they believe that Python is leading to greater trading profits. I mean, that's the singular objective that they have. It's the singular objective that pretty much all of us had. They've come to the conclusion because they're requiring, in most cases, they're requiring Python programming skills before they'll hire those traders because they have the belief that those traders, or at least the knowledge that those traders are more profitable. Okay. So when we take a look at a handful of some of the larger firms out here, here's AQR. AQR is the second largest hedge fund in the world. They do phenomenal work on the quantitative side. And you see on this position that they were looking for here, what you'll bring: proficiency in programming, Python preferred. We take a look at Citadel. Citadel is one of the largest hedge funds in the world. Ken Griffin bought the highest priced real estate in the history of the United States, did so here. in Manhattan. Skill set required for this position. This is on the global fixed income trading side. Skill set required: advanced proficiency in Excel, experience in programming scripting language, Python, R. Used to be a lot of demand in R. It's been shifted over to Python. We take a look at Morgan Stanley Quantitative Investment Strategies Research Associate. Primary responsibilities: proven track record using MATLAB, R, Python, C++, or computer programming language to solve complex programs. Tudor, Paul Tudor Jones, one of the great hedge fund managers in the world. This position is for a quantitative analyst. Skills: Python programming skills with pandas. Pandas is part of Python. You'll learn what pandas are in the course. But as you see over there, Tudor is looking for Tudor Investments. They're looking for, on the analyst side, and the quantitative analyst side, to be able to create trading programs and systems, Python programming skills for, on a higher level, Millennium Management. Izzy Englander is one of the billionaires out there. Phenomenal track record that these people have. So this is a higher level position. This is for a quant developer in StatArb department, okay? And if you take a look at the qualification skills required, these are high level skills: graduate level training in a quantitative field, CFA, FRM, and or CQF is a plus. At least 10 years of professional experience. And then they go on to say proficiency in at least one data science stack, Python, R, Spark. Without fully knowing the full story, and then my guess is that if they had a preference, it's likely going to be Python that's there. Okay, we'll look at one more together, 0.72. So this is Stevie Cohen's operations there. 0.72 rolled out as they expanded their business again. They rolled out a very large quantitative trading fund about a year ago. This position is for a senior researcher and trader. In many cases, a lot of these firms, they want their trader and researcher to be the same person. They want the trader to do the research and then do the execution. Okay, they want both that are there. Desirable candidates: experience working with U.S. equities. They're looking at this on an intraday basis. Tick data to create short-term forecasts, 3 hours, which were successfully deployed in production. Experience creating multi-day forecasts, likely that means short-term forecasts, which were successfully implemented. Experience with intraday event-based forecasts. Primarily conduct research using Python, capable of creating their own specific research tools if needed. Again, we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund, quant fund here, and this is what they're looking for from their researchers / trader. Okay. Go even further. If you take a look, Rob Carver was the former head of fixed income trading in a multi-billion-dollar quantitative hedge fund. It's AHL. Rob is a phenomenally brilliant and successful man. He's also the author of 2 books out there. One of them I've recommended a few times in some of my courses. I've recommended also in one of my books. 2 books he's written: Systematic Trading and Smart Portfolios. And this is what Rob had to say about Python. Python is the preferred language of many quantitative traders because of the extensive availability of package for data analysis. Again, AHL, multi-billion-dollar fund, and here he is basically very much pointing out that Python is the preferred language. One final one here. This was put up in eFinancial Careers. So people who are in the industry, the professionals in the industry, will subscribe to eFinancial's career. This was an article that they posted up a few months ago, and it was heck of a headline there, pretty much eye-opening. Okay, so again, this is going into the professional world here, and their headline in the story was that there's no future for traders who don't know Python. Okay, Python has replaced the majority of languages out there, and I'm not just talking about TradeStation and AmiBroker. TradeStation and AmiBroker, they're good platforms, but they're retail platforms. When we take a look and step up and looking to upgrade and looking where the future is, what's here today and what the future is, it's very much, as you can see, the future is with the traders who are using Python. Okay, so we could show you dozens of these examples. There's now tens of thousands of professionals at top trading firms around the world. They do the programming in Python. They're not doing it, again, in retail products like TradeStation, AmiBroker, etc. If you're serious about your trading, and if you want to join the elite trading professionals around the world and not a bunch of retail traders, then learning Python is a must. And as you can see, you're falling behind. These people who are programming, they're doing the trading, they're doing the research, and then doing the trading. Applying Python, it gets them up and going. Using Python to do that testing, they're getting further and further ahead. And we've seen this internally. I started back in the 90s on TradeStation. TradeStation was good to me. We then migrated over to AmiBroker. We felt that AmiBroker was even better. We did that back, I believe, in 2003, 2004. We were one of the first movers there with AmiBroker. AmiBroker was in its infancy at the time. I made a large investment in the AmiBroker platform. It was over a decade's investment. There was a lot of money that was put into there. Had a team in place to be able to do an AmiBroker. Chris Cain, who teaches this class, made me aware. I was aware of Python, but made me aware of what Python could do. Showed me all the capabilities, especially tied into the platform that's used, the free platform that's used to be able to do the programming. And after giving it thought and going through, and then Chris did a demonstration, a live demonstration for me, made up my mind immediately. It was a tremendous upgrade, and I'm very happy that we've made that upgrade. We see it in our research, we see it in the strategies that we've developed. Python has played a major role. So hopefully you will feel the same way. And this is why this course alone has been the single most popular course that we've offered in our 20-year history. So briefly, our story, Chris and I are a generation apart. Our journey is the same. AmiBroker and Excel, very good to me and my clients for years. TradeStation was good to Chris for years. We both realized in order to keep up with the professional quant firms, we needed to move to an open source, professionally used language. TradeStation is closed source, AmiBroker is closed source. We wanted to be on an open source, professionally used language, and we also wanted to be doing our research and our testing, the strategy testing, very much on a platform that the professionals, the top level professionals, were using. That language, as you just saw with so many quant firms, they found the same thing. It's Python. So here are many of the reasons why these firms are using Python and why you should too. Okay, it includes number one, it's easy to learn. You can learn how to program Python in under 10 hours. A course there's 10 course hours. You'll be up and running by the fourth hour, at the end of the fourth hour. Okay, we give a money back guarantee that we say if you're not up and running by the sixth hour, we'll provide you with a full refund. You'll be up and running though within 4 hours, which is pretty phenomenal because that is the greatness of all Python. It's easy to learn. So in 10 hours, you'll be able to do in-depth research, code more complicated trading strategies, and analyze your backtested results better and faster than ever before. Number two, it's faster than most languages. And what that means is you'll spend less time writing the code, which leads you to having more time analyzing the results and improving your strategies. Number three, it's open source. And what that means is you'll have access to the same trading code and tools created by many of the best researchers, programmers, and traders in the world. Also, Python there's a global community that's available 24/7. They're there to answer any questions that you may have. It's widely used, it's well documented, and makes solving any coding issues a breeze. And if you're stuck in a coding problem, there are many people out there to help you. In fact, even a quick Google search usually answers your questions, which is really nice. Number four, Python has the best libraries for data analysis and quantitative trading. And what this means again is you'll be using the same tools as professional quant trading desks and hedge fund managers do. And this can't be said for other languages like TradeStation and AmiBroker. This means you'll find edges in the market faster and more efficiently than ever before. Again, I've been doing this for multiple decades. Our research has gone pretty much parabolic in a very positive way because of Python. We're now able to find edges and create strategies much faster and efficiently than we've ever been able to do before. How to program with the same tools. So if you're in as the best quantitative trading firms, and it's the same thing that we're using here, if you're interested in joining the ranks of the best quantitative trading firms in the world, and that includes what we just looked at together, Tudor, Investments, Point72, Millennium, Citadel, hundreds of other professional trading firms. We offer a proprietary 10-hour programming in Python for traders course. The course begins Tuesday, January 28th. Okay. I'll walk you through real quickly here. I'll walk you through an outline of what this class looks like so you'll know what you're going to be receiving ahead of time. Week number one. It's very important for those who have taken any of my programs before, have gone through anything that we've taught. It's very important, that week number one, that baseline, getting that baseline in place is of utmost importance, because once you have that baseline in place, you can then build and build and build. So week number one, you'll gain the foundation in order to do your backtesting, research, and your signal generation. You'll be able to get your signals there for each upcoming day. This foundation is going to lay the groundwork for you to scale into the upcoming weeks. Your homework is voluntary, but I suggest the more you put into it, like anything else, the more you're going to get out of it. So Chris will be assigning you homework assignments each week. Again, it's voluntary, but people have found the homework assignments to be very helpful. They became more proficient faster by doing the homework assignments. So the homework is going to include learning how to do technical analysis, calculations in Python. You're going to learn immediately in the first week how to program moving averages, RSI, and other major technical indicators used by professionals. Week number two, you're going to go into backtesting mode, and you're going to be backtesting in Python. You're going to be writing code in Python and testing strategies and signals to find market edges. For example, Chris will walk you through, you're going to learn how to write code using a 2-period RSI and a 3-period RSI, a 4-period RSI, and doing it on various levels, such as oversold levels like RSI below 30 or RSI below 20, etc. By the end of week two, you're going to be able to test various market conditions, for example, overbought and oversold conditions, and calculate the historical edges that exist in those conditions. Okay, is everyone good with weeks 1 and 2 so far? If you just type in a Y or a yes. Okay, great, excellent. Thank you, everyone. Keep coming in. Thank you. All right, so week number 3, this is where we go even deeper. So you're going to be in week number 3, you're going to be writing full-fledged trading strategies. And this includes allocating capital to trades, adding risk management tools, and analyzing portfolio returns. At the end of week 3, you'll be able to run more advanced backtests of your trading ideas and your strategies. Then we go into week number 4. And then week number 4 is you'll be analyzing your backtests. This includes analyzing your cumulative returns, analyzing your risk, which means drawdowns, volatility, etc., analyzing correlations through time. Real important to be able to see how these strategies and how your strategies are matching up to each other. Chris goes through that. You'll be able to see and analyze the correlations that exist through time. You'll do a deep dive into analyzing individual signals in order for you to see when and how to best optimize your trading strategy. Week 4 is good because then you start going through that. You can start going through, okay, I have a baseline strategy here. Now I can go about potentially making the strategy even better. Week number 5, you're going to be writing even more advanced backtests. This includes creating signal list generation. You'll be able to get your signals each evening. You'll learn how to manage a portfolio of multiple securities. You'll also learn advanced concepts on position sizing in order for you to optimize the edges you're finding in your strategies. By the end of the course, you'll have the ability to find your own market edges, build your backtest, and do a deep analysis of the test results. Okay. Week number 5, what we also do is we'll share with you a weekly strategy. Included will be the Python code for it. And the one thing here about this class, beyond the strategy on the bonus, is that you'll be getting Chris's code all along the way. So Chris is a professional level on this. You'll be able to gain access to his code. So as you're learning how to write code, you can match it up to Chris's code, which is really great. This is all included in week number 5. Strategy, it's easy to understand, simple to trade. It's achieved significantly higher returns and lower drawdowns than the overall market. Here are the test results updated from 2003 through 2019. This is not in the market too often, so it's great to see here, at least on the annual returns and the test results, being over 2% higher than buy and hold. The big difference here, you could take a look. Sharp ratio nearly doubles. You take a look at the back drawdown, significant decrease over there. So this strategy will be there. And another reason why we share the strategy is the code in the strategy is something that you'll be able to, there's multiple pieces to the strategy. You'll be able to code this up yourself. You'll also be able to trade this if you like. So all class members will receive the rules, the advanced analytics for the strategy, plus the Python skills you'll be taught. You'll be able to further test the strategy, get the signals for the strategy as soon as it's given to you in class. So as part of the class, here's what you'll receive. Number 1, you're going to receive immediate access to the first 3 sessions of the Programming in Python for Traders course. So if you sign up today, you'll be able to gain access to the 3 sessions immediately. This is from the class that recently graduated. We've now graduated 3 classes all the way through. Each class gets a little bit better and better, meaning that Chris adds a little bit more to each class. You'll be able to gain access to the first 3 sessions of the class that recently graduated upon signing up. Okay, again, includes all the class materials, the recordings. You also gain immediate access to the Facebook group. Facebook group is voluntary. There's some great conversations there. There's some great knowledge that's shared in there. Chris is also on there pretty much on a daily basis. He's there to answer your questions. What it allows you to do is you can hit the ground running immediately ahead of the official start of the class. So if you want to get up and running now, you could do so. Just sign up for the class. You'll be able to hit the ground running. The our course meets for 5 consecutive weeks. It's on Tuesday nights. We're going to meet each week online. Classes run from 4:30 to 6:30. There's not a hard stop on the 6:30. Chris stays until the last question is asked and answered. But pretty much as far as him covering his materials, it runs from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. You'll be able to interact live with Chris. If you're unable to attend any class, they're recorded for you to watch over and over again. Again, if you've taken any of my courses or any of our courses over the many years that we've been doing this, everything's recorded. You can watch them over and over again. After each session, you'll be given a homework assignment to complete. These assignments, they pretty much guarantee you're going to be successfully programming trading strategies in Python. Now, having taught three full separate classes as a whole, we've seen that the people who have done the homework assignments, they get up and running the fastest, they go deeper, and they're usually at the head of the class by the time weeks 4 and 5 go. Everybody will be pretty much at the same place, but the homework assignments really are there to get you there faster and more efficiently. So as each week passes, your Python programming skills will improve. By the end of week 3, you'll be writing full-fledged trading strategies in Python. By week 5, you'll be programming and analyzing advanced strategies in Python. You're going to receive, this is a big bonus here, you're going to receive free access to a large professional database offered by Quantopian. So Quantopian is a standalone company, okay? If you want to check them out, it's quantopian.com. You'll be doing your backtesting on the Quantopian platform, okay? And this is where we do our backtesting, is on the Quantopian platform. Quantopian is one of the largest resources in the world for quantitative trading strategy development, and the database is available to you to pull the data and build your trading strategies. We'll be programming in Quantopian together throughout the class, which means you'll be programming along with Chris, gaining hands-on experience. In our opinion, this is better and a smarter way for you to learn how to program. There's some great data here in Quantopian, and this is all free. This is available to you for free. Okay. Number 6, as each week progresses, you're going to receive all of Chris's code written in class. So Chris is going to teach you how to write the code. He'll be writing the code along with you, and then you'll be able to take Chris's code. And as an added bonus throughout the course, Chris is going to be supplying you with the pre-written trading strategy scripts. So you can take Chris's code, you can apply it immediately onto Quantopian. It really is just a simple cut and paste. Chris teaches you how to do that immediately. And then you can customize the trading strategies to your liking. Number 7, on week number 5, we're going to be releasing the Economist Research Weekly Strategies. Included will be the Python code for you to further research it, begin trading with it. The strategy is easy to understand, simple to trade. It's achieved significant higher returns and lower drawdowns, as you saw, than the overall market. Number 8, there's also a private Facebook group. Again, this is voluntary, but for the class to interact with. Chris is he's on the group daily to answer any of your all Python programming questions, providing you with ongoing instruction each day in order to assure your growth and success. What happens here when you take this course is that you have live interaction with Chris during the live classes. You can email Chris any questions that you have. He'll answer those emails as they pertain to the class. You can also ask questions of Chris or of the group on the Facebook group. So it's pretty much, as you take this course, you have Chris live, you have Chris by email, and you also have access to Chris via Facebook, along with the other people that are on there. Number 9, we're going to be coding real trading strategies together in the classes examples, and this is very important. There's a couple of other classes out there that they teach financial markets programming for Python, and there's one in particular that was more popular out there. The professor who taught it takes nothing away from the professor who taught it, but he put up a trading strategy that was up there, and I believe it had to do with Bollinger Bands. And then some people asked him questions, and he said, "I'm really not a trader. I really don't know. I'm just writing code over here." The big difference between our class and the other class, any other class that might be out there, is Chris is a real trader. He has 10 years of professional trading desk experience. He was an institutional bond desk trader. He now trades and manages his own money. He's done that now for a handful of years. You're getting someone who is teaching you, who is a real professional trader, who understands this is how the markets work, and then is able to apply the coding. It's a big, big advantage. And then number 10, after graduating, you'll receive a certificate of completion in programming in Python for traders. Okay. And finally, this is the only Python for traders course available in the world that is a combination of live classes, unlimited access to recordings, and class materials. It provides you with weekly homework assignments. There's full-time support through our Facebook group. You'll code trading strategies together in class, and we guarantee you success by offering you a full money-back guarantee. So here are the 7 reasons to take programming in Python for traders. Number 1 reason why the major quant trading firms require their traders to know Python is because it makes them smarter and better traders. It will do the same for you. Number 2, as you can see all the way throughout, Python is more professional. As you know, the best trading firms, you just saw it there. They're not programming in Emery Broker. They're not programming in TradeStation. They're programming in Python. And by learning to program in Python, you'll be joining the elite trading firms. The objective of the course is in 5 weeks to move you out of the closed source retail world and move you into the open source professional trading world. Okay. Number 3, it's open source. It means you're going to have the opportunity to interact with many of the best trading programmers and researchers from around the world. That's the great thing about open source programming. Number 4, Python for trading. It's growing, and it's on the cutting edge of quant finance. You're going to be joining the largest quant finance community in the world. And this community continues to grow even stronger at a very rapid pace. As the new tools are developed, you'll have immediate access to these new tools to further improve your trading. So not only look at this on a short-term basis, but look at it on a longer-term basis, that over a long term, as Python, as the community continues to grow and grow and grow, it's massive to begin with, but it continues to get stronger and stronger and stronger. You'll be part of that community all the way through. Okay. Number 5, you're going to gain access to one of the largest databases available for traders for free. This is great. So if you're paying for data, potentially to do your backtesting, potentially you no longer have to pay for data. It's there available on Quantopian. Quantopian's data, we did a deep dive into it, and we've gotten to know some of the people, some of the senior people, including the founder, the CEO of Quantopian. The data, in our opinion, it's clean data, and that's very important. It's used by professionals, and this includes technical analysis data, fundamental analysis data. There's a lot of fundamentals there, which is fantastic. The sentiment data, social media data, this economic data, and continuous futures data. By the end of the course, you're going to know how to take this data and build trading strategies around it. Okay. You'll have live interaction with Chris. Chris has a decade of professional trading experience. He managed a trading book of over $400 million. Chris now manages his own money full time, and he built his strategies in Python. This is your opportunity to learn directly from one of the authorities in programming successful trading strategies in Python. Number 7, our guarantee. If you're not successfully programming strategies in Python by the end of week 3, we provide you with a 100% money-back guarantee. That's how sure we are. You'll be joining the ranks of the many tens of thousands of professional quant traders who program their strategies in Python. Okay. Some of the feedback that we've gotten, this is now having done this for over 20 years, we ask for feedback in all our classes. I see some familiar faces here or familiar names here. So you know that in the majority of the courses, I ask for feedback sometimes along the way or after the class. So the feedback is very important. We're always looking to improve. In this, when we did this with Chris, the first time we did it for Chris, and now it's been taught 3 times, the feedback ranks. It's the highest rated class that we have ever done. People who have taken this class, it has really resonated. And this is why now within a year, we're offering it for the 4th time. So as you see over here on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how would you rate programming in Python for traders. There's a 10 additional comments. The course was very well structured, presented easy to follow. We wanted to make sure that the level of the material was appropriate for people's needs. And the reasons why we did that is when we came into the first time that we taught this, we had people in the class that literally had no programming experience whatsoever. We also had people in that first class that had masters of science in computer science. Okay, so they had masters in computer science. So think about us taking this, and everyone in the group, we've got people with absolutely no knowledge on how to program, and we have people who are higher education, high-level programmers, all structured there together. And what we saw all the way through is by the time everyone got to week 2, they were all in the same place. And you can see this all the way through. This is why we asked this question. Yes, the material was right on target for me. And then this gentleman said immediately useful, practical content and pace. Okay. Another 10, yes, the content matched my expectations. Additional comments, I've never seen another course offered with these specific objectives for Python trading. Very helpful. We asked people, will the course make them a better trader? This individual said, yes, I'm confident this course will make me a more successful trader. Yes, it's already expanded my universe of what is possible in algo trading. Asked them for their experience with Facebook. Facebook group worked well, good exchanges of ideas, and helpful to learn from the questions of others. So others asked questions up there, Chris answered them, and we're able to all learn from that. Scale of 1 to 10, how would they rate the class? Was it 10? Content matched the expectations. And then the additional comments was great to see. The class exceeded his expectations, and he was confident the course will make him a more successful trader. Another one, confident course will make him a more successful trader. Talking about the Facebook group, very useful in clarifying and updating content between the sessions. So as each week went by, people would ask additional questions. The content gets updated or upgraded simply because those questions get asked, and it just becomes a deeper learning experience. Level of programming, this individual had a great amount of programming experience before, and said he would recommend the class to a friend, a family member, yes, without hesitation. That was George Polakis who did that. Next one, 1 to 10, rated a 10. Material was right on target. This individual expected their trading will improve based upon what he learned from the class. Level of program proficiency, another person who had a great amount, okay? And he was on Amy Broker, yes, without hesitation, and would refer it. Additional comments. So went on to say the class had a nice balance of programming, trading strategies, and you will learn new trading strategies in this course. Even though it's a programming course, you'll learn new trading strategies. An intro to the Quintopian platform, Chris did a great job at introducing concepts where they mattered most. His examples and explanations were timely and clear. Okay. This individual rated a 10, confident they'd make him a more successful trader. Facebook group was useful for asking questions, but also for ideas, links to articles and videos, and for book recommendations from Chris and the other students. This individual had experience on Amy Broker and Fez and said, yes, without hesitation, would recommend it to a friend or a family member. Okay. Another one rated a 10, confident it would make him a more successful trader. Time is my challenge, so up to me to get immersed in Quintopian. No question, this was the jump start I needed, and without hesitation would recommend it to a friend or a family member. Yeah. Another 10, confident they'd make him a more successful trader. Overall experience was very helpful there. This is what I want to point out. What was the level of programming proficiency before taking? So we saw the individuals there with a great deal of programming experiences rated a 10. This individual here, same thing, had minimal programming experience, yet went on to say, excellent program I could use immediately, improve my trading. Amy Broker was the minimal experience they had, and they said yes without hesitation, recommended to a friend or a family member. Rated a 10, make him a more successful trader. Facebook group was great. Lots of tips and additional info was posted on Facebook. Level of programming, this individual, intermediate level. So had some experience on TradeStation, and Andre went on to say, yes, he'd recommend it to a family member, to a friend or a family member, okay? And went on to say, this is a great place to start learning Python, specifically for traders. This was a great course, and I'm glad I took it, okay? So if this is something you'd like to move ahead with, I'll walk through the details here. So the price for the programming in Python for traders is $24.95. This includes the 5 live classes, all the class materials, the new strategy that's included in there, the recordings for each of the classes for you to watch and learn from as many times as you like. You'll also receive the first 3 classes. You'll receive those class materials immediately. So if you sign up today, you'll get the materials. You'll be able to hit the ground running and get up and running immediately. We do have an early bird special pricing. This is what we do with all our programs. If you sign up before this Friday, by this Friday, you'll receive, you'll be able to get into the course for $9.95. That's a $1,500 savings. You'll also receive access to the course, all the class materials and the recordings from the first 3 classes, including our most recent classes, Chris's code from throughout the class, as well as the new strategy. Our first class will begin Tuesday, January 28th. It begins at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, every class is recorded. You'll be able to watch it over and over again as many times as you like. If you'd like to move ahead with this, please do so. This is how you can do so here. There's a toll-free number there. You can call that number. Tim Kiggins will be able to get you up and running. If you'd like to do this online, just go right there, click that link right there. It will take you directly online and get you registered. And if you're going to do this, move ahead with it, take advantage of the early bird special pricing. The pricing is $9.95. You'll be able to save the $1,500, okay? And again, receive all the class materials. All right, so this wraps us up. I want to thank you for being, very much want to thank you for being part of this. Is everyone good here? If you could just type in a Y or a yes. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to type them in. I do want to be able to answer, I do want to answer any of the questions that you may have. Chris is also available to answer any questions if you have any directed over to Chris. So let me see the first question here. Lisa, you have a question. Can you give me a general idea how long it takes to write a somewhat simple code once we have learned how? Lisa, without going out on a limb, and I saw your answer before that you had minimal programming experience, we guarantee you'll be writing the code by the 3rd class. That's the money back guarantee. I can confidently say you'll be writing the code by the 2nd class. Okay, so that's class number 2. And all things being equal, Lisa, we have a primer class actually for anyone who has minimal experience. It's the evening before. It's voluntary, but Chris teaches a primer. If you go to the primer and attend the first class, to write a somewhat simple code, you'll probably be doing that by the 1st class. By the time the 1st class finishes up, do the homework assignments, that part of the homework assignments, you'll be writing simple code. Okay, so Lisa, thank you for that. Let me know if that answers your question. Thank you for that. Okay, Joe, you're welcome. Let's see. Ken has a question. Ken has a question. Does Chris cover actual execution of trades? So this question comes up often. So Quantopian is not a platform to put trades in. Okay, so what happens is that one would export the signals out of Quantopian and then put them into whatever execution platform that they would do it on. Okay, so Chris would be able to show how to export it out of Quantopian and then be able to load it up into, for example, interactive brokers, etc. But I just want to make it clear that Quantopian, at least in the business model right now, they don't do trade execution. Somewhere in the future, they may add it on. They keep adding more and more things onto their platform. It gets bigger and bigger, larger and larger and larger. It's phenomenal to see. They've now been doing this for multiple years. But as far as actual execution, that's going to be done after the signals will be generated. You'll get the signals out of Quantopian and then work directly with the platform. Ken, Chris, and also myself, we both trade on the Interactive Brokers platform. This is not an ad, and we have no affiliation with Interactive Brokers. But with Interactive Brokers, be able to show some of the other platforms, they'll likely be able to show you how to do it because there are so many people on Quantopian. I'm sure they get the requests quite often. Okay, so Ken, let me know if that answers your question. Thank you for that. Lisa, yes, no programming experience. So understood. You're welcome, Lisa, for that. That's good. Ken, you're welcome. That sounds great. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you in class. Thank you for that. All right, good. Everyone, again, thank you for being part of this. Again, if you'd like to move forward with this, call Tim Kiggins at that number there. or just click on that link right there. You'll be registered. You'll get the class materials immediately, and we'll be together in class in a couple of weeks. So again, thank you, everybody, and I look forward to being with you in a few weeks as we get going with class number 1. So thank you again. Take care now. Bye-bye.